Over the next few minutes, I'm going to give you the exact framework that we have used to help thousands of leaders to look, feel, and perform their best. If you want to change your physique as well as optimize your energy levels, no matter how busy you are, how much you travel, this is for you.
What would be possible for your life and your business if you became the best version of you?
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In the next couple minutes, I'm going to give you the cheat codes, the exact process you need to follow step by step in order to look, feel, and perform your best. It's going to be super simple. I want to remove all of the questions and stigma for you and just tell you exactly what you need to do so that you can implement this and get incredible results with your body. For some background, we've helped over 50,000 leaders get in incredible shape. I personally was a Division I athlete, have tons of certifications. Our team around me is doctors, nutritionists, trainers that all have coached at an elite level. They've coached pro athletes, coached armed forces. A lot of really cool people that we have coached. Not just that, but also Fortune 100 CEOs and actors and musicians. We've got to coach some really cool people. Why? Because we know what we're talking about and we have a lot of experience, and I'm going to give you the same framework that you need that you can make it super simple to implement right now. So there's 3 M's, 3 pillars that you need to look, feel, and perform your best. Super simple. Here they are: meals, movement, mindset. Meals, movement, mindset. How do I fuel my body? How do I move my body? And what is the mentality that I need to have? That's simple. Let me break them down really quick just so you know exactly what to implement. Let's start with meals. Meals is your fuel for your body. How are you putting fuel in your engine? If you're gonna be a high performance vehicle, which I hope you are as a leader, you need to put the right type of fuel in. I can't put junk gasoline in a high performance vehicle and expect it to feel good, expect it to perform good. It doesn't work like that. I need quality fuel in the right amount and the right type for me to perform at my best. And so let's start with the basics. Calories. How much fuel do I need? If I overeat, I have too much fuel and my body starts to have to figure out how to store that, and it will slow me down and slow down my energy. It will also make you gain weight. If I undereat, my body will not have enough energy to pull from, and so I will have slower ability to pull energy. I'm going to be tired as well. If I eat right at the perfect amount, my body has enough energy to fuel myself, but it's not going over or under. So our job is to, as leaders, to combine kind of our energy targets as well as our physique targets to set the perfect range for us to have enough energy, but also to change our body composition. And so if you're wanting to lose body fat, you need to understand how many calories your body needs to perform, and then have slightly less than that so you can be losing body fat but not be starving yourself so that you have no energy. That doesn't work. It's not going to be sustainable. Your body's not going to like that. You also, if you're wanting to gain weight, you need to have enough that you're in a calorie surplus so that you can gain mass, but also not way too much that your body is getting bogged down and you don't have energy. So there's some calculators that you can use for that. I've done other videos on how to set up that. Just go check out one of those and it'll break down step by step how to set up your calorie intake. I also got free resources in the show notes below that'll help you calculate that if you want. That's the first thing, is I need to understand calories. Second is I need to understand my macronutrients: protein, carbs, and fats. You need to have a good understanding based off of your body weight and the composition goals that you want, how I should have the breakdown of my protein, carbs, and fats. I've done other trainings on that as well. And in the notes below, there's resources to do that. But at high level basics, if you want to start, take your calorie number, start with your body weight-ish in protein. Sometimes it's a little above, sometimes a little below, but start with your body weight-ish in protein and then fill the rest in with carbs and fats. Calories and protein are the first 2 targets, and then carbs and fats can be filled in interchangeably around that until you get testing done so that you know if you need better access to carbs or fats, because sometimes we have sensitivities. Like some of our clients will get our DNA testing done and find out that they don't process carbs very well and they need fats, or vice versa. They've been doing keto and they find out they're sensitive to fats and it doesn't work for them very well. And so you need to start with calories and protein. And then once you've gotten some testing done, which, again, we can help with that. The link below, there's a link to book a call with our team if you want to figure out how you can get some testing done to determine how your body processes foods. But once you get testing done, the data will tell you if you need more carbs or more fats to optimize your energy levels as well as your body fat production. So if you want to burn more fat, you can actually tweak your macronutrients around how your body processes foods. That's the second thing. First is you need your calories. How much fuel do you need to feel good, but also to either burn fat or build muscle based off your goal? Second is you need to know your macronutrients. Starting off, it's just going to be protein. Let's get your protein targets. Once you get some testing done, you can look at carbs and fats and how to better utilize those. But if you haven't had testing, just fill them in as best you can. Like if your target's 2,000 calories and 200 grams of protein, just fill the rest in with carbs and fats, whatever comes natural. Okay? You at least need a little bit of fats so that your body can optimize for hormones and health. But outside of that, not that big of a deal. If you undereat carbs, typically you might be low on energy, so there's some things to play with there. But the idea is you should fall in a good range if you just hit your protein targets and your calories, and fill the rest in until testing comes. And the third is micronutrients. So we need calories, we need macronutrients, and the third is micronutrients. You need to get some basic vitamins and minerals into your system so that you're healthy and you have energy levels. There's a lot that I could recommend and talk about. I don't really like doing that unless you've gotten testing done. That's where testing comes into play. You need to figure out where you're deficient. I have an iron deficiency, so I either need to eat more red meat or I need to take an iron vitamin. I take B vitamins. I take creatine. I take, magnesium glycinate before bed. There's a couple things that I do that increase my energy levels based off of deficiencies that I have. And for you too, that's a great place to start, is get some testing done so that you know where your deficiencies are. If you haven't had testing, the things that I just said are pretty good for most people. I would start with some electrolytes, some B vitamins, some magnesium before bed, some creatine. Those are really good starting places. There's some quality multivitamins that you can take as well. There's a lot of junk brands out there too, so a lot of times it's not worth it unless you're gonna get the really quality stuff. But there's a bunch of supplements that you can take to get your micronutrient in place, but even better, get it in with food. Eat whole foods that are nutrient dense. Eat fruits, eat vegetables, eat good quality meats. Those should give you a lot of good micronutrients. Like I said, I have an iron deficiency. I can eat enough red meat and it makes up for that. So this is meals. This is the basics of fueling yourself. You need enough calories, the right amount of calories. You need your macronutrients, the breakdown, which really determines your body composition. But once you know what your body needs, it'll actually determine your energy levels as well. And the micronutrients determines how healthy you are and the energy that you carry as well. If you have deficiencies, you're gonna be tired. If you can meet those, it'll help, okay? So meals, at its basics, I need my calories, I need macronutrients, and I need my micronutrients. So that's your fuel source, that's the first step. Second is our movement, is I need to move my body consistently. Now this depends on your goals. If you just want to feel good, you don't really care how you look, I think you should care how you look, because that's you feel more confident, you feel better. But if all you care about is feeling good, then the movement is not as particular. You just need to get movement in your body. If it's a walk, if it's yoga, if it's stretching, if it's lifting weights, if it's playing a sport, those are all great for energy production because your body is moving. The body at rest stays at rest. The body at movement is going to keep moving, and your body will prep its energy for that. Now, if you have specific training goals based off of how you want to look, that's where your weight training and your specific cardiovascular training will differ. Some good cardiovascular training is good for health as well. But at basics, you just need to start moving consistently. If you want to feel good, start with movement. Your body needs to be primed to produce more energy. Now, if you want to look better, again, specific training styles. In that show notes below, there's free resources as well that we can get you if you want some workout programs to follow. Or like I said, if you want our team to set something up for you, you can book a call with our team below. But you need to start with some sort of movement program, okay? That's simple. Number 3, we have meals, we have movement. The last is mindset. This is kind of over talked about, or people are like, oh yeah, I need to change my mindset. But the truth is, if you do not believe you are an athlete, if you do not believe you're a healthy person, if you do not change your belief system, then you will never behave any differently. Most people try to just fix the actions, but they don't change how they believe. And so they stick to their meals and movement for a little bit, and then they fall off. They do 75 hard, and then day 76, they fall off. Why? Because they did different actions, but they didn't become a different person. Third one, mindset, is what actually makes this sustainable. If you want to look, feel, and perform your best, you actually have to begin to change how you see food, how you see nutrition, and what you believe about yourself. If you can get yourself to believe you're an athlete, this is what we tell our clients, we call them athletes. If you want to get yourself to believe you're an athlete, then you behave as one. Your beliefs shape your behaviors. Your identity shapes your activity. Who you see yourself as that who shapes your do. And so my challenge for you is, instead of just jumping into the meals and movement first, before you get the game plans together, get them set, but before you start, ask, who do I need to become? What belief system do I need to have? And how do I start to change my beliefs? This is really why our clients hire us. The testing we do is amazing. The coaching is amazing. The programming is awesome, but we have a really cool process to be able to change your identity. We actually have a 4-step process that we can walk you through that will show you how to shift that. You need to see something different. You need to speak something different. You need to vote differently with your actions. You need to surround yourself with the right types of people. I can help you change your identity. You can go do it yourself. You can start to create that identity and speak it, and see it, and surround yourself with those people. I don't have time to do a full identity training here, but at its core, you need to determine who you want to be and start asking how I can get myself to believe that that's already who I am. Again, if you want help with that, our team can help. That's really the magic of our process, is believing different. We can help you shift that belief. So, meals. How do I fuel myself? What do I need to put in my body to look, feel, and perform my best? That's your calories, that's your macronutrients, that's your micronutrients. Again, if you need help with those, there's free resources in the links below, or you can book a call and we can set it up for you. Second, movement. You need to train your body so that you feel good. Now, I didn't mention this before, but really, just moving your body consistently is not enough. As you get older, your bone density decreases, you lose muscle mass, and that begins to affect your health. So I would always recommend, no matter your goals, get some strength training in. Do some resistance training. It doesn't have to be crazy heavy, but push your body so that you develop muscle mass. You're gonna be healthier, you're gonna be around longer. I can give you a countless number of studies and why that is true, but you need to move your body consistently. And then third is mindset. You need to be able to believe that you're becoming a different person, not just doing something different. I am an athlete, and so I train like one. I'm not trying to lose weight, I'm training because I'm an athlete. That is the mindset shift that you need, okay? Meals, movement, mindset. These are the 3 pillars that you need to put into place if you want to look, feel, and perform your best. Like I said, if you need resources for that, go down below, or you can book a call with our team. But let me just be fully honest with you. I can give you all the free resources you want, and do it. Go download them. There's a link below. But if you do not get accountability and you do not get someone to help you shift your identity, you're just going to be spinning your wheels. You can download a free program anywhere on the internet, but until you commit to the actual change and have someone hold you accountable, it doesn't happen. The best of the best have coaches. Tom Brady already won multiple Super Bowls, was in the playoffs, and was still hiring coaches to come work with him after practice. Why? Because he was a winner. And he said, I don't want to try to do it on my own. I can be pretty good on my own, but if I have the best of the best that can coach me around me, I can become elite. There's another level I can unlock. And I have that same mentality. I pay coaches in every area of my life because I believe that there's another level for me, and I'm not willing to leave that on the table. I'm not willing to try to do it on my own. I want to make sure I'm my best, and so I get accountability, I get coaching. The best of the best don't try to do it alone. They get coaching. That's your next step. Book a call with us below. We can help you. We can hold you accountable. If you're not really ready to commit to change, you kind of would dip your toe in the water. So that's okay too. I'm not here to tell you what to do. Go get one of those free resources. Hope that challenges you. Hope that's helpful. We'll see you in the next video. Get your 3 M's in: meals, movement, mindset, so you can look, feel, and perform like an athlete. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.